2, and there is all sorts of action still going on the campus. The shooter, who apparently had the gun in a backpack, put it down on a desk. Apparently the gun went off one time, one bullet hitting the two people, the two young students. Also, everyone involved here, 15 years old, about whom Sandra earlier was referencing, one of the students in critical condition, one in serious but stable condition.
The first victim who was shot is a 15-year-old female. We are told that she was shot in the head. She's in critical condition right now in surgery with surgeons at Harbor UCLA Medical Center. It's just about 1 mile away from the campus. The second student shot by the same bullet, so we do believe that the bullet passed through the 15-year-old female and then hit a 15-year-old male in the neck. He is also in surgery, also at Harbor UCLA Medical Center. He, we are told, is in serious condition right now.
Numerous law enforcement agencies responding to the shooting. The campus itself here for Gardena High is actually in the city of Los Angeles, so it's adjacent to Gardena, but Gardena first on the scene. Gardena police say a teacher called 911 at just 10:41 this morning, just slightly more than 2 hours ago. Gardena officers first to respond, and then the investigation is being turned over to the Los Angeles City Police Department, LAPD, and also school district police. And as we've been showing you all afternoon, a handful of frantic parents went to the school after hearing about the shooting and watching here on KCAL 9 and our sister station CBS 2. We've seen, Sandra, a lot of nervous parents pacing back and forth, waiting behind those police tapes for any word on their kids.
A lot of parents with teenagers scoff at giving them cell phones. But I got to tell you, the kids who had cell phones and were able to get the text message and the phone calls to their parents this morning and say, hey, I'm all right. They were probably passing those phones around the classroom to get the message out. And probably a lot of parents rethinking about whether they will allow their children to have cell phones in the classroom after this.
And Dave Lopez for KCAL 9 has been on the scene, and we're going to be checking in with him in just a moment. Dave, you're there. If you can hear us, go ahead. You've been talking with authorities right since the start.
Yes, we have, and I guess just to update you once again, the suspect is in custody. We were told that he was going to the headquarters of the LA Unified School District. Now we are told he's going to Harbor Division, in custody, of course. Two students at UCLA Harbor Medical Center. We believe both are in surgery. He had a backpack. The suspect had a backpack, put it down on the desk, according to the LAPD, and that gun in the backpack went off, one bullet, striking two students, one on the head, one on the neck. I have a parent with me. One of the most, why don't you step on in here? We're on live right now on Channel 9. My name is Dave Lopez, and your name is?
Leilani Abia.
And you heard from your...
Yeah, she's how I found out about it. She texted me.
What did she say in the text?
She said we're on lockdown. Why?
She didn't know that
She didn't know.
she wasn't anywhere near the class or anything like that.
She says she's near the class. I'm not sure how the campus map is. She's in W, and the kid was caught in A, I understand.
Just waiting for her to come on.
Yeah.
52, they're going to release him. It must have been some terribly anxious moments for you.
Of course. Any parent.
The question is, were you aware that there was some type of metal detector?
No, see, I heard that on the news, and I've never seen them want any child going in or out.
Even though it's supposed to work though.
That's what they said on the news, but I've never seen it happen here.
Until today, you've never even thought of a gun on this campus?
Well, you know, it could happen. It could happen anywhere, though. Just because we're in an urban area doesn't mean it's more likely here than anywhere else.
Well, we thank you for the brief moment here. Go and big sigh of relief, and we're glad your child's okay. Thank you very much, man. Just one parent, we're told there are nearly 3,000 students on this campus, so it's a big, sprawling campus. Let's go to a videotape of a news conference that was held, about 30 minutes ago. This is the Assistant Chief of the LAPD, Mr. Pat Gannon, who is he lays out the scenario, exactly what happened, the who, what, when, where, and the why. We don't have that tape yet. I'll just keep talking until we get it. You just let me know in the booth when we do get that tape. This is the deputy chief. Forgive me if I keep getting this title wrong. I'm interchanging deputy chief, assistant chief. But the LAPD came down and helped out Gardena on this case, and he laid out the scenario that well, here it is now. This is Pat Gannon explaining the scenario of exactly what happened. The ordeal began at 10:30 in a classroom. Here's the assistant chief.
This morning, at approximately 10:30, a shooting occurred here at Gardena High School. As a result of that shooting, two students were injured. One was seriously injured with a gunshot wound to the head, and another student was shot in the neck. Essentially, what we have is the person that's responsible for this particular shooting came into a classroom. It appears set a backpack down on a desk, and a gun that was inside that backpack discharged. The round from that gun hit both of the students. The student then that was responsible for bringing the backpack into the classroom fled from that particular classroom and went to another. We have subsequently taken him into custody, and he's being transported back to an LAPD facility. As for the two students that were injured in this particular incident, obviously I don't have names for you, but one is a female, a 15-year-old female with a gunshot wound to the head. She is in critical condition and she is in surgery at this right now. The second child is a 15-year-old male with a gunshot wound to the neck, and he is stable at a local hospital. The school is scheduled to be released shortly. We're arranging for reunification for families.
We can update you again. One of the members of the LAPD information situation room came up and told us that what they're going to do is they're going to start releasing the students at 1:52, and they will have a briefing probably in the next 45 minutes to an hour. That keeps changing. But again, the main important facts of this case is the suspect, the 15-year-old, is in custody now. He's at Harbor Division being questioned. The two students, the bad news, the two students have been shot, one in the head, one in the neck. One we believe is in surgery, the other one may be in surgery, and no other students injured. After the gun went off, you heard him explain it, he took off running. There was a lockdown, a complete lockdown of more than 3,000 students on this campus. Parents came swarming into the area. But again, the good news is that there were no other injuries whatsoever, and the school will be released today around 1:52. You heard one parent just explain to me that she has never heard of anyone being checked either with a metal detector or a wand. We were told that that is supposedly procedure at this campus, but you heard what the one parent said. So that is one of the questions that hopefully we'll be able to get more answers to. Just how did he get this gun on campus? Why did he have a gun in the backpack in the first place? And just what kind of a reputation, whatever they can tell us. Is this a full-time student? Is he someone who comes in and out of the campus, or what? We just don't know. For now, I'm Dave Lopez reporting live from outside the gates of Gardena High School. KCAL 9 News, back to you.
All right, Dave, thanks. We're just getting some new information from the Associated Press as well. The student who brought the gun to school, this is according to the Associated Press, apparently said that he was sorry after the gun went off. A teacher in the classroom now reporting that it appeared to be an accident, so that does coincide with what we've been hearing for the past hour or so, that it was an accidental shooting.
As we have been showing you here on KCAL 9 and on our sister station CBS 2, the student with the gun ran to another room at first, and then police took him into custody there. And again, that 15-year-old is in custody. KCAL 9's Melissa Mainerich is live this afternoon with reaction from some of the frightened parents who've been trying to come out to the school to find out exactly what's going on. Melissa?
There are parents everywhere out here, Kent, all over the sidewalks, waiting for information on their children, waiting to be reunited. We just got information from the Gardena Police Department that kids will be let out of school at 1:52 p.m. So in about 40 minutes from now, all these parents will be reunited with their children. I'm standing here with Kevin Valdez. His son was in a classroom near where the shooting occurred. Kevin, can you tell me what your son, he was communicating with you over text message. What did he say?
Right. I got the first text message about 10:45, and he said a girl got shot in class right now. And then that's why I assumed that when he said in the classroom, I thought it was in his classroom. But then later on, I found out it was in a building next to where he was at.
And then his next text message said something about automatic weapons. You're understanding that as he saw some law enforcement officials.
Yes. Then I got checked out about 11, saying he saw a SWAT team with automatic weapons drawn, going through the building, searching classroom to classroom.
And what's going through your mind as you're getting these text messages from your son?
It's hard to describe because I'm just like you're a parent. You get that feeling right in your chest and your emotions, but then like you've got to be like, I don't know. It's hard to describe because like it's your kid, and then I have a son and a daughter there, and Daniel's a senior and my daughter Christine's a junior, and then just having those thoughts go, like your emotions, you gotta it overcomes you, but you gotta like get control of it. But just the fact that it's the worst thing that you ever think could happen to your kid. Yeah, it sucks.
So now you're waiting to be reunited with them, and you believe it'll be on this side of the high school.
I hope it's on the side of the high school.
Yeah, that's what we're hearing from law enforcement officials. All right, Kevin Valdez, we appreciate you talking to us. Now, so far at this point, we are right here at Normandy and 182nd Street, and this is the front of the Gardena High School right behind me here. This street obviously closed off. Once again, Gardena Police Department announcing via text message to the parents out here that the school will be releasing students at 1:52 p.m. So everyone out here is just waiting for that moment when they can hug their son or daughter. Back to you guys.
Yeah, Melissa, boy, we could hear the emotion in Kevin's voice as he talked about those text messages from his son, wondering if his son and daughter was going to be okay.
Again, as you look at these pictures right now this afternoon, you're seeing a live picture as police continue to clean the area. We mean that literally, still with their riot batons and riot helmets on, but this is such a far different situation from earlier today when they were storming through this area as quickly as possible, trying to find the gunman and isolate him, not knowing if this was an intentional attack, not knowing at that point that this was what appears to have turned out to have been an accident. They're still on the scene right now. The students are still in that lockdown mode, and Sandra, we were talking earlier about the fact that this campus is going to be releasing the students not at 1:50, not at 2 o'clock this afternoon, but at 1:52.
1:52 is when the parents can go to the school if they're not already there and pick up their students. Of course, as we said before, most of them, you're probably going to need a photo ID, especially in a situation like this, to get your student. We're looking live from Sky 9 right now at police as they comb the campus. It looked like just a few moments ago they were on the cafeteria grounds. It's a beautiful day in Southern California. We expect that the school lunch grounds would have been crowded at 1:12 in the afternoon. Instead, we see officers searching for any sign of evidence. Let's go live back to Derek Bell. He's overhead in Sky 9. Derek, what do you see from your vantage point?
Indeed, as we look around one of the sides of the building here, you can see that group of officers that is looking around. It's clear they're not looking for a person, but their eyes are towards the ground. It looks like they're looking on the ground, as you said, perhaps for any evidence. Now, moments ago, we saw them online, that is, walking shoulder to shoulder through the campus, again, looking down. It's unclear right now exactly what they're looking for. Evidence is probably the best thing that we can describe. We don't know if that pistol or that gun has been recovered from that backpack. We don't know if they're looking for that gun or perhaps any sort of evidence connected to that gun. So until that 1:52 dismissal of the students right now, it appears the LAPD is taking the time to do a very thorough search of the grounds of Gardena High School. What they're looking for, we're not quite certain. 3 of the school buses have arrived on the scene, so it looks like they're preparing right now to transport any of the students that are normally transported by bus out of here. Likewise, none of the streets that are around the area here, which would be Normandy, Budlong, 182, and 177, those are the streets that border the high school. None of them have been opened yet, so nobody can come in right now, and certainly the students, no activity on the campus right now. All students still in the lockdown mode. Presuming again until that 1:52 time frame arrives when that orderly dismissal of the students takes place. Now, just looking down one more time, we have 2 more school buses coming into the area. We don't know how many total they will need for a normal school transportation operation, but it appears that things are beginning to prepare for a normal and perhaps orderly dismissal of the students here at Gardena High School.
Derek, you're at the controls of Sky 9 right now, and you're showing us a group of civilians, and can't quite tell from this vantage point if we're looking at students or adults, although seeing a lot of backpacks, and so who might, I can't ask you to speculate, but I'm wondering who these people might be.
You know, just as we started showing those pictures, we don't know either. It appears, though, that they are going out to a lot that is on the property of the high school itself. We don't know if these are students, faculty, or others that may have cars on the lot. Perhaps this is all part of that orderly dismissal, letting some of those that have transportation go ahead and leave right now.